realize
Yeah.
that, like, okay, it's not just me.
Yeah.
It's not just like it's not just a me thing. It's not just my circumstances.
Yeah.
There are things that like a lot of us have to overcome, right? Um, yeah. Yeah.
So is YP communities, YP group, is that the same association or they two different things?
YP communities.
Ain't YP group.
YP group is just my like a very non-creative uh um name of a company that I do my consulting work through. Um,
Okay.
it was an extension of Young Professionals for Seattle, right? So, like, again, like I mentioned before in the story, I said, like, companies were looking to sponsor
Yeah.
and find ways to put, like, their message, their brand in front of, a particular audience. I started having to, like, operate through a lens that said, like, we're gonna protect these email addresses, but I can start advising or help you deliver a similar message through your own channels. Um, in a pinch, I basically had to create an LLC and figure out how to do that. So it's just like YP Group, and I've never changed it. So yeah, that's more so my consulting business, or the business
Okay.
I do my consulting through. YP Communities is the parent organization, nonprofit organization for young professionals in Seattle and some other chapters across the U.S.
And so when did you start YP communities? It's been around for a while, right?
Yeah, so young professionals in Seattle, it's first iteration, 2011. If I'm right, I should know this off the top of my I'm pretty sure it's 2011, so yeah, quite some time, right? Going on, 14 years, which is crazy. YP Communities was established just before the pandemic as a nonprofit parent organization, which, we're still doing a lot of foundational work, in expanding. So, yeah, it's been around for quite a bit.
So what's the intent of YP communities? Is how people network, bring communities together.
To boil it down or to distill it down, it really is about connecting community members to resources, right? Now, obviously, you can define community members, which we very much do, and define resources, which we very much do. But it really is like, acting as that bridge to things that people need. And there's, a curated way that we do so. Um, you know, very much parallel to study the work that we do with, access, right? It's just a very specific part of what YP community is designed to do, right? Like some of those resources are jobs, connecting with companies, connecting with mentors, connecting with, professional networks. Um, we as YP communities as an organization, our job really is to um, really build that ecosystem, right? Companies, nonprofits, schools, universities, and then identify community members. Like there are those who organically identify as young professionals, and those that maybe don't. Right? We intentionally don't define young or professional. Right? Um, I think that's more so to drive our own internal um, processes around who we do work for, right? Realistically, it's we 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 create there's intentionality behind how we target or market towards the quote unquote professional, right? Because if we don't, the community that we end up serving is going to look a lot like the community that these companies are hiring from, right? Those that already kind of self-identify as this is the place for me. I'm gonna walk into this door, I'll find the resources I need. How do we speak to the individual that has been, economically marginalized, right? Marginalized community members, right? And help them identify, a path, a career path, right? Like, are there tech companies that do hire those that haven't had an opportunity to get a college degree for certain roles? Is there an opportunity for us to carve a clear path into a job at that, right? Which is, part of the secret sauce and how we, you know, help companies become diverse, right? Is our dedicated focus through, organizations like YP Communities or Young Professionals in Seattle, our various chapters on, educating community members on opportunities that exist, becoming kind of becoming an advocate and or like an agent really for them.
And y'all do like monthly events, correct?
We do. I mean, we've historically always done a happy hour every single month, end of the month, last Tuesday of the month. I think that changes depending on whether it's like December, November for holidays, right? That's like the easiest low barrier to entry for community members low effort for an organizational perspective to put together type event that we do. There's I mean, we focus on 4 primary event pillars, right? One is social, which includes, like, the networking event or, like, a tasting event or a cooking event, things that are social in nature, obviously. Impact, which is focused around volunteerism. Um, can we partner with a nonprofit within the community and provide, aggravated community impact there? Professional development, which focus around clearly professional development, right?